Do you remember what we were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, about life lesson.
Life lesson. Yeah, and what grammar were we studying in particular?
Uh, the difference
Simple
between
past
past perfect and simple past.
Excellent, excellent. Hey, is my video slow?
Yeah, like a little bit late.
A little late. Oh.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, I'm trying to see, but I don't know why. I don't know why it's been happening since yesterday. But okay, I hope that's not a problem. Well, let's review a little bit about that topic from yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, let me share my screen with you. Not what I'm looking for. Here we go. Okay, the past perfect and the simple past. Just as a little reminder, we use the simple past for one completed or finished action or event. Okay, and we use the past perfect for one, the earlier of two events or actions, and two, for to give explanations about why something did or didn't happen. Okay, so look, I have this exercise right here, and well, let's do it. You know, choose the past perfect or the past simple. Number one, we had already eaten when John had come or came home.
I think came.
Came, very good. We had already eaten when John came home. Sounds good. Nydia, number two, last year Juan passed or had passed all his exams.
past
Why?
because the action I think is over. It's complete.
Yeah, and it's only one action, right? Not two, just one. Okay, and number three, Oscar.
When I got to the airport.
When I got to the airport, I discovered I had forgotten my passport. Okay, very good. Now, I have a question. Are you on your laptop or are you on your computers?
On computer, this computer.
Sorry, I said laptop or computer. Sorry, I meant, are you on your computer or cell phone?
Oh,
Computer.
computer, laptop.
Okay, So can you write here? Do you have the option to write?
Yes.
Or it doesn't give you the option?
I don't know where's the option to write.
Is your laptop or computer in English or Spanish?
English.
English. It should say annotate. Maybe in the bottom, it will say annotate.
No.
No?
No.
What options do you have?
I have the microphone, the video, participants, chat, short screen, reactions, and the leave button. That's
Okay,
all.
Nydia, you too?
I think I can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, test.
You
Sí.
can?
Yeah, yes, I can.
What button do you press?
Can you see that?
No? Press enter. Let me see.
Maybe in view options, because there's a square that says you're viewing English access screen, view option, zoom ratio, annotate, mute English access.
Annotate.
Annotate. Oh yeah, I think I got it.
And you're gonna press the button that says text.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you're going to press format. Format, it should be font 14, so it can fit. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I want Oscar to do all the even numbers and Nydia
Okay.
to do all the odd numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, guys. I'm gonna be here watching you. Number 4 is wrong. Number 7 is wrong. Okay, please fix number 4 and number 7.
What? I can hear you.
Number 4 and number 7.
And heartbroken that I can't yes. Yes. Yes, Raisa.
There you go.
I got it.
These kids are crazy. Nice, nice. Okay, Oscar, can you read yours, and Nydia, you read yours? 1, 1, 1, 1.
Okay. Number 4, I went to the library. Then I bought some milk and went home.
I opened my handbag to find that I had forgotten my credit card.
Excellent.
When we arrived at the station, the train had already left.
We got home to find that someone had broken into the house.
I opened the fridge to find someone had already eaten all my chocolate.
I had known my husband for 3 years when we got married.
Julie was very pleased to see that John had cleaned the kitchen.
Had clean.
Had cleaned the kitchen.
All right, great. So let's talk about your mistakes on number 4 and number 7, right? Well, if we look at number 4, I went to a library, then I bought some milk and went home. Yes, there are 2, or actually 3 actions. Went, buy, and went again. But remember, the past perfect is for the earlier of 2 events. The earlier. So this person said, I went to the library, and then it's not the earlier event, it's the event after.
Yeah.
Before, right? And number 7, we got home to find that someone had broken into the house, because first somebody breaks into the house and then you get home and notice, right?
Okay.
So sequencing your events is very important when you're using the past and past perfect. All right?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Let's go to the next page. We have another page. All right. Same thing. Oscar, you do the even numbers, and Nydia, you do the odd numbers. They like this crazy music.
I had a question in number 14.
Okay.
I don't know if it's correct. Well, because the two action were happening at the same time. So I don't know if it's correct to use had rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Let me confirm. Let me check. Yeah. You're good. You're good. Because maybe, like I said, it happened maybe in the same time period, but first it rained and then the laundry got wet.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Number 19. Who's number 19? Nydia? Had snowed. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Everything is correct, guys. Everything except 17.
17.
Yes. What can you do with 17? You know how to erase it now, Nadia? Or do you want me to erase?
No, please explain me.
You can erase it where it says annotate or anotar. Yeah, there you go. The eraser. Okay.
Okay. I have trouble.
You having a hard time, Nadia? Okay. I'm gonna write it for you. Okay. Sat. Sat. First, I tied the flat, then I sat down and had a cup of coffee. Okay? Yeah, sit, sat. I had sat. Yeah, sat, sit, sat, sat. Okay?
Yeah.
And well, all of these are correct. Look, the reason why it cannot be I had sat is because first I tidied the flat. First, then, so after.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it would be different if you said first I had tidied up the flat. I had tidied up the flat. Because that is the first event, and that's okay. But in all other cases, it is not okay. All right?
Yeah.
Great, great. So how do you feel the simple past and past perfect? You had like one or two mistakes. That's good. And the other questions, the other 20 questions, you got them correct. So how do you feel about the simple past and past perfect?
I think we only need to check the whole sentence to understand the main idea because in my case I only read but I didn't understand. So or yeah, to check those connectors, those words that uh, like gave you the sentence, the answer. Well, that's in my case.
Okay, yes, that's good. No, it's actually, it's necessary, man. It's necessary. Okay. And Nydia, do you have any questions? No, no questions.
In the number 70, I have a problem because I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
The what happened with the past perfect?
Okay, so do you know what a flat is?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
apartment,
Apartment, okay.
but for in British English, right? So I
Yes.
tidied, I cleaned the
British,
apartment. Okay,
okay.
let's talk about that.
Sure. Thank you.
Let's see. I tidied the apartment or the flat. That's one. I sat down. That's two. I had a cup of coffee. That is three. So we have three actions. One, two, and three. I tied the flat, I sat down, and I had a cup of coffee. What happened first?
I suppose the people have to tie, obviously.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
first you tidy the flat, right? Okay, so we can put that, you know, right here. Oh, come on now. Oh, no, man. Okay, I tidy the
Okay.
flat. Boom. And then I sat down. Oh my gosh, what the people messing up. Okay, I sat down. What happened? That happened next. And last but not least, I had a cup of coffee. Okay. And that, well, that happened somewhere over here. All right. Now, out of these three events, the only one that can be past perfect is tidy. That is the only one because it is the earlier of two events, right? The earlier of two events. Because first, you tidied. Then, at the same time, you sat down and drank coffee. Okay?
Okay.
So sitting down is not the earlier event. It's not the earliest event. It's the second event. For the second event, we don't use the past perfect. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And how about you, Oscar? Do you have any questions, man?
No,
No?
I think it's clear.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm going to erase this and let's continue. Can I erase this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And that is it with the simple past and the past perfect. It's the foundation. It's the foundation of everything that we're going to learn in this course. Okay? Now that we know the past perfect and the simple past, now we can go into more detail about the past perfect. So today, our objective is well, it's August 4, 2020. Our objective is to use past modals to speak hypothetically about the past and to speculate about the past. Okay, if you want that, you can write that down in your books or something. So what are past modals? Well, I can divide past modals into two sections, right? A past modal is a modal plus have plus past participle. That is the past modal, okay? And like I said, I'm going to divide it into two sections. So let me draw a little line right here. Boom. All right. The first one is to speak hypothetically. To speak hypothetically. And the next one is to speculate, right? To speculate. You have two sections. And to speak hypothetically about the past, we usually use the modals would have, could have, and should have. Now, that's how you see them. But really the pronunciation is would have, could have, should have. Not would have, could have, should have. Would have, could have, should have. All right. This is the main thing. And now let me explain the difference to you. Would have is to express your, or to imagine your behavior in the past. Or the behavior of someone you know. Okay, that's number one. Number two, could have is to talk about other possibilities. possibilities. And 3, should have, is to talk about the correct thing. The correct thing was this, but I didn't do it. Okay? And we're gonna see like a lesson on this right now, but I want to give you a little example. Can I continue or are you writing this?
I'm writing.
Okay, let me know when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And you, Nydia?
I'm ready. Thank you.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Well, let me give you a little situation. Okay? Let me give you a little situation. Jose had been working all day. When he got off work, he was very tired and in a bad mood. Okay? Jose came home and his daughters came running to him. They said, "Daddy, Daddy, let's play Barbies. Let's play Barbies." Jose yelled. Jose yelled at his daughters and said, "No, I don't want to play any Barbies." I don't want to play any Barbies. Go to your room. The girls started crying and went to their room. Okay, crazy stories. Casos de la vida real. Right? So, one more time, I'm gonna read it again. Jose had been working all day. When he got off, he was very tired and in a bad mood. Jose came home and his daughters came running to him. They said, "Daddy, Daddy, let's play Barbies." Jose yelled at his daughters and said, "No, I don't want to play any Barbies. Go to your room." The girls started crying and went to their room. Okay, now all of this happened in the past. let's talk about this. What would you have done in this situation? What would you have done? What would you have done if you were Jose in this situation? Okay, well, we have Oscar. I don't know if you have children. Nydia, I know you had children. I heard them yesterday.
No, not
So,
yet.
not yet. Tell me,
No.
what would you have done if you were Jose in this situation? You can begin with I would have.
I would have explained them how I felt in that moment.
I would have explained to them how I felt at that moment. Okay, that's a good dad right there. Nydia, what would you have done?
I would have asked a time for rest and say, then I will play with you because I have one one daughter, but Jose has two daughters.
Okay, very nice, very nice. I would have asked for some time to rest. Oops, sorry. I would have asked for some time to rest and told them that I would play with them later. Okay, nice. See, we use would have to imagine your behavior. Your behavior. You cannot say, ese señor hubiera hecho eso. No, we don't know that person. We don't know that person. This only works for you because you know your behavior. Or maybe someone you know, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad, your brothers, sisters, daughters, or sons. You know their behavior, so you can use would have. And that's what we did right there. What would you have done if you were Jose? You're imagining your behavior in this situation. Okay?
Okay.
Number 2. What else could Jose have done? Or what could Jose have done differently? What could Jose have done differently? He could have what?
Uh, he could have talked to them instead of yelling. You know
Oh,
that?
could have talked to them instead of yelling, right?
Yeah.
And what about you, Nydia? What do you think? What else could Jose have done differently?
He could have see or watch TV for a moment and explain then and, and explain no then and
Explain what?
explain I then and explain I need rest in this way. Okay.
He could have watched TV for a few minutes and explained that he needs to rest. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And number 3. Oh, we have another student. Let me see. Matt Laraga. Let's see what this man is about. Okay. Now for the last thing, what should Jose have done? What should have Jose have done? The correct thing. You know, what would be the correct thing for Jose to do?
Jose should have played with his daughters.
Jose should have played with his daughters. Nice. Okay, yes, Jose should have played with his daughters. Nydia, what do you think? Or do you agree with what Oscar said? Okay, Nydia is gone. Matt, how are you? Matt?
I'm fine. And you?
Fine too, man. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to the class.
Thank you.
Okay, Nydia, do you have anything that you could add to this?
Yeah.
Tell me, Nydia.
Jose should have play with his daughter, but a play a relaxed play where they sit and they maybe talk.
Right. Jose should have played with his daughters in a relaxed way. Excellent. Okay. So, Matt, well, first, let me introduce myself. I am Fernando Gattaca. I am your teacher or trainer. I don't know what you want to call it. And I will be working with you guys for this month. And, you know, right now we're starting off with the grammar. You know, that's one of the most important things, because if we can improve our grammar, then we will improve our listening, our reading, our speaking, and our writing. So we're starting off with the grammar. Right now, yesterday we saw the simple past and the past perfect, right? Everybody here should know the simple past and should know the past perfect, but we were kind of perfecting those things, you know, because sometimes we forget, or it's been a long time since we practiced it. So we were looking at that, and we looked at that first because the past perfect is like very important in almost everything. So once you know the past perfect, you will be able to do everything else. And the thing that we're doing today is we're talking hypothetically about the past using past modals. Okay? The past modals we are looking at right now are would've, could've, and should've. All right?
Okay.
Have you heard of these things before?
Yes, well, in first place, I have to apologize because yesterday I missed the class. I can remember, and I did something else and I forget it. And I apologize to that. And well, I some knowledge about this subject, and I have some doubts too, because for me it's something difficult to learn.
Okay, man. So look, yesterday I recorded a class that we had. So I can send it to you on WhatsApp and you can check it out. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Do you have a WhatsApp?
Yes, I have a WhatsApp, and I don't know if you have a group of or something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, Mary made a group. I don't know if that's the person you talked to, but she made a group, and I'm gonna be sending all the material, the videos to that group. Okay, so
Okay, I
um,
appreciate.
near the end of the class, remind me to get your number so we can add you to the group. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
no problem. And this is how we talk hypothetically about the past. Lydia, Oscar, do you have any questions about this?
No, I don't have. Thank you.
All right, great. So let's talk hypothetically. Right now, we're just going to focus on the hypothetical thing. Later, we will speculate. All right? So let's look at this in context. Okay, so in one of my books, where is it? 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 Here we go. I have this right here. I have this right here. And in this book, we're talking about a famous singer, right? His name is Russell Watson. I say famous with my fingers because he's supposed to be famous, but I don't know him, and none of my students know him, so he's not really famous. But we looked him up on YouTube, and yeah, one of his videos has 1 million views, so he's kind of famous, I guess you could say. But this guy, Russell Watson, is talking about himself. You know, and up here he has a little biography. Okay, I want you to just listen and read and try to understand what Russell Watson's story is. Okay, don't worry about vocabulary, don't worry about grammar, just focus on understanding. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Unexpected fame. Russell Watson's rise to fame was remarkable and unexpected. The English-born tenor had no formal music training, was an average student, and quit school at 16 to work in a factory. To make extra money, he sang in pubs in his spare time, in his free time. Several years later, he sang in a radio talent contest and won, and his life took an amazing turn. He quit his job, got a manager, and started singing in clubs full time. One night, he ended a set of pop songs with an aria from an opera and got a standing ovation. He realized he was onto something. That's how he became a famous singer. By the age of 28, he had released his first album, The Voice, and had become an international star. Okay, and that's the story about Russell Watson, a normal kid who became famous. Okay, now that is his story. You know, they read it in a newspaper. Now, I want you to tell me, do you have any questions about the words in this article? Or no?
What is tenor?
A tenor. Okay, so there is, you know, when you are singing, you have different voices. You know, you have the bass,
Okay,
like a
okay.
low singer, like Jose
Yeah.
Jose. Oh no, actually tenor. Tenor is like in the middle. In the
CD
middle, and the
number
soprano
3,
is high,
page
like
86.
Ariana Grande, Beyonce, things like that.
Okay.
So bass, tenor, soprano. It's a type of voice.
1.
Yeah.
Getting started. B. Listen to Cenni talk
there any
about
other
the
questions?
article. Did she get the
Sorry.
facts right?
I read about this British artist who came up with a really unusual art project. He set his goal.
Page 98.
No other words? You understand everything else?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, great.
It's okay.
Okay, so now let's look at these students that are talking about him. Please listen and follow along. The web page was reloaded because a problem occurred. Uh-oh. Here we go, we should play.
Page 98. Fame. The rise to fame. 1. Listen to the students talk about Russell Watson's career. Which comments do you agree with?
Can you hear the audio, guys?
Yes.
Yes? Okay,
Yes.
let's begin. It should go Dennis, Brian, Stephanie, and Kathleen.
Dennis.
It's a good thing he entered that contest. If he hadn't won, he might not have had the confidence to become a singer.
Brian.
And who knows what would have happened if he'd stayed in school? Maybe he would have done something entirely different.
Stephanie.
Well, I think he would have found a way to be a singer. In fact, if he had continued his education, he could have had formal training and gotten an earlier start as a singer.
Anne.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it was pretty brave of him to quit his job. If he hadn't quit and gotten a manager, he might not have had a singing career at all.
Kathleen.
What amazes me is that he had enough nerve to sing something from an opera.
We have problems with
ADO.
internet. Anyways, I'll finish reading. What amazes me is that he had enough nerve to sing something from an opera in a club. If he had only sung pop songs, he wouldn't have realized how much people love his opera voice. Okay, so everybody is talking about him. Okay? Let's look at
Okay.
these questions down here. Can you see the questions down here, 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
If Russell had stayed in school, maybe he had a very different career. Maybe he what?
He could have.
He could have. If Russell Watson had stayed in school, No, not exactly.
Should
Look at what?
Should all have?
No, look at the article. Look at Brian. What
Brian?
modal verb is good there?
Would have?
Have
Would
would
have done some.
Yes, would have.
Would have done.
To have.
Okay.
Would have. Remember, we say would have. Okay? And when we speak it, we say would have.
Hold on.
If Russell Watson had stayed in school, maybe he would have had a very different career. Okay? Number 2, if he
Would all?
If he had.
Dennis. Would all?
if he what?
Would all have?
No. One of you guys said it already. It was correct.
If he hadn't.
No, not hadn't.
could have.
Only had.
Only have?
Yeah, if he had won the contest, he might not have had a singing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, why? Okay. Let me explain to you what we are learning. All right. Here we have the third conditional. Have you heard of this? Third conditional?
Yeah.
Okay. Third conditional, which is if plus the past perfect, comma, past modal. Okay. Now we already know what a past modal is. A past modal is would have, past participle, could have, past participle, and should have, past participle. Remember, we use the third conditionally to talk hypothetically about the past. Okay? Talk hypothetically about the past. Let me tell you something. I didn't play football in university. That's real information about me. I did not play football in university. So if I want to speak hypothetically, I could say, if I had played football in university, if I had played football in university, I could have gotten a scholarship. Okay, so first, remember, this is all hypothetical. I did not play football in university. I did not get a scholarship. Okay?
Okay.
Is it making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Great. And that's what we're doing. Usually we use the past modals for hypothetical situations, okay? And in this case, when we talk hypothetically, it's the third condition, okay? It's the third condition. Let's look at some more examples. Let's go to the next page. All right. Please take a few minutes to read the grammar chart. Let's see, it is 7:03. Read the grammar chart for 1 minute, please. All right. Do you have any questions, guys?
The use of the past modals, depending on the sentence, the first part of the sentence,
Oh, no.
or we can use the three of them.
Yeah. Like, obviously, the most common one is would have or would have. It's the most common, would have. Okay, that is the most common. But if you want to talk about different possibilities, could have. If you want to talk about I don't know, the correct thing to do, then should have. And might have or may have, those are like it's like would have or could have, but with less possibility.
Okay.
No? Yeah. Give me one moment. I'm gonna turn on the light because it's getting dark. All right. So remember, the most common thing to use is would have. Okay.
Okay.
And what would have is to imagine your behavior or another person's behavior, right? Let's read this. Let's see, Matt, can you read this little extract, The Millionaire Next Door?
Okay. The Millionaire?
Yeah.
Okay. The Millionaire Next Door. Thomas J. Stanley, a university marketing professor, had written 3 textbooks and given seminars around country, but he felt dissatisfied with his career, so he took time off to write The Millionaire Next Door. With research William D. Danko, it hit the New York Times bestseller list and made them both extremely wealthy. Stanley then interviewed over 1,300 millionaires for his next bestseller, The Millionaire Mind.
Excellent. All right. So again, we're talking about this normal guy, a university marketing professor, and he had written 3 textbooks and given seminars around the world, but he felt dissatisfied. He wasn't happy, and then he made this book and became rich and famous. Cool guy. And now, why did we read that? This information will help us with this next activity. Okay. The next activity is this. Sentences 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, in this one, remember, after if you use the past perfect. After if, do not use a past modal. So don't use would have, could have, might have after if. After if, use had and the past participle. If, had, past participle. Okay? And after the comma, then you can use the past modal. All right, let's do number 1 together. Okay, if Thomas Stanley had been satisfied with his career, he wouldn't have taken time off from work, and he
Might.
I had
Might what? It's negative. Might not write.
Might not have.
Might not have.
Might not have what?
Written.
Written. Yes. And he might not have written The Millionaire Next Door with William Danko. Okay? And nice. Now, please, Nydia, you're doing number 2. Oscar, number 3. And Matt, number 4. Okay? Remember, if you can press annotate, press text, and you can change the format. Okay? Do you see the option where it says format?
Okay.
Yes. Press format and choose a small font, maybe 12. Oscar and Nydia, do you see what I'm talking about? Matt?
Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, write small because, you know, there's not that much space.
Yeah.
Okay? So go ahead, guys. Write this. If you can't, write it in black or in brown, a dark color. Okay? I'll be here observing. Matt, what's happening, man? Can you write? Or it's not working for you?
Excuse me. It's my phone cell is I have a problem with it.
Are you on your laptop or cell phone?
I'm working in my cell phone.
Ah, okay, no wonder. On your cell phone, it's not gonna work. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry for that.
Ah, don't worry. It's cool. You're experimenting. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Tell me your answers, Matt, and I will write them for you.
Okay, it's sentence number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On the other hand, if Stanley hadn't become and famous, he might know.
But right there it says could enjoy.
Okay, might not could enjoy.
No, don't combine modals. Only use one.
Okay. It's okay. He okay. He could have enjoyed.
Yes. Could have enjoyed. Okay.
Excuse me.
Tell me. Okay. Number 2, please, Nydia.
If Stan and Duncan's book hadn't been successful and hadn't made the bestseller list, Stanley might not have written his next best-selling book.
Yes, might not have written. Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. And number 3, Oscar.
Yeah. If Stanley had continued his job at the university, he could have made so much money.
Okay.
He probably would have become a millionaire himself if he hadn't decided to write about millionaires. I think he probably would have should fit better shouldn't.
No, he would have is okay. It's the other one that was wrong. He wouldn't have made so much money.
Okay.
Yeah. Always use would for these type of exercises. Always use would unless it tells you to use a different verb. Like in number 2, they says might. Number 4, it says could. Okay.
So if there's no other option, it's common to use would. If we don't have like could or might, we always use would.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, now for the finale. I want you to write 2 hypothetical sentences using the past perfect and also using a past conditional, okay? Don't use should, okay? Don't use should. We're not working with should with conditionals, okay? only with would have and could have. For example, I could say something like this. If I had stayed in the United States, I would have been working as something else, maybe in construction or something. Okay? And my second one could be if I had gotten good grades in high school, I could have gotten a scholarship for university. Okay? Please. Complete this. Write 2 hypothetical situations.
I have a question.
Tell me.
We have to write the sentences in the okay, in the screen.
Yes. Yeah, I
Thank
will
you.
make. I will make
Okay,
more
Mike.
space. I will make more space for you. Here you go. Oh, nice, nice. I like your sentences, Oscar.
Thank you.
I guess Matt, I can write your sentences, or you can type it in the chat if you'd like. Okay. Do you see the option for the chat?
Okay. I have one sentence. I want to share it
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
for you. Okay. Okay. If I hadn't wrote the letter, I could have been in this situation. Situation.
In what situation?
Okay, yes. Excuse me, I have some problems and it's hard to concentrate in this, but
Matt, if you want to, you can just tell me later, okay?
okay.
Since you're having problems, it's okay. Don't worry, man. All right?
Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me.
All right. Now let's see. Oscar, if I hadn't studied languages, I could have been studying in a sports college. Okay. I would have traveled abroad if I hadn't preferred playing sports. Okay. Right there, it would be if I hadn't preferred. I hadn't preferred play sports. Ah, no, you're correct. You're correct. Sorry. If I hadn't preferred playing sports. But something is wrong here. I don't know if it's the F or the R. Ah, no, that's correct. It's correct. I would have traveled abroad if I hadn't preferred playing sports. Excellent.
It'd be playing football, but I don't know how to change. How to.
Yeah, if I hadn't preferred playing football. Okay. And let's see, Nydia, can you tell me your sentences about in green?
If I had learned English when I was young, I wouldn't have taken TKT course. This I have a note,
Okay.
but it's
Oh,
incorrect.
nice, nice.
The other, if I had had 2 daughters, I could have been crazy.
Nice, nice, excellent. Okay, Matt Laraga, can you please tell me your phone number?
Yes, it's 44.
Give me one moment, please. Okay, 44
42
42
14
14
15
15
and 69.
69. Let me repeat it to you. 444 214 1569.
It's okay.
Correct. All right. Well, guys, so how do you feel about the conditionals and how do you feel about the past modals? It's difficult, easy, it's okay. What do you think?
The doubt I had that you explained to me was the use of would have, could have, well, would have, could have, and should have in self-conditional, but you told me that if we don't have another option like could, might, or may, it's only we only use would have. That was my only doubt.
Yeah. Okay. And remember, like I told you guys, would have is the most common. So it's usually safer to use that one. Okay. And how about you, Nydia? Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay.
I have only to learn about the use tomorrow.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe I will send you some homework. Okay. I'm gonna send you some homework for this, and you know, now that we have the group, we have a chance to be, you know, do extra things. And Matt, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have.
You don't have anything. Okay. Great. Well, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
You too. See you.
Thank you.
See you.
You too.